Hello, my name is Brian Denito, and I'm one of your classmates in online LAS 567 Government Information. The government website I would like to take you through is the American Factfinder. It's actually called Factfinder 2, and it presents, or it's actually a search engine for United States Census data, as well as American Community Survey data and economic census and surveys, which are done every 5 years for businesses. The reason I chose this site was because I tried to use it this summer and it was very difficult to use. It was not user-friendly and I either ended up with way too much information or no information at all in my searches. It was a bit frustrating, but I discovered that a month ago they re-released the site and they redesigned it and made it much more user-friendly. As an example, the homepage, which you see right here, starts with a search box under Community Facts. Patrons and anybody are interested in learning about data about themselves. So here you can type in your own zip code, your city, your town. Actually, deeper in the site, you can type in your street or census tract, and you can find census information about your neighborhood or your street. I live in Rochester, New York, so I'm going to type in Rochester, New York, and see results about my city. So it's quick information. So it gives you the population. You can look at a median age. You can look at education levels. And these are all just on Rochester. Poverty levels. We actually have very high poverty in the city of Rochester. You can also make it more specific. I'm going to type in my zip code, 14609. So within my zip code, I have this population. Education levels, 81.8% have high school graduate degree or higher. This is from the American Community Survey 5-year estimates. Income, you can look at poverty levels and so forth. These are quick facts that make it easy to get into the data. You can also go and click on these links, which will take you to the large tables of data, 200, 300 line or 300 row tables with breakdowns by age and so forth. So that's community facts. So that's a quick introduction into the data. In order to do a more specific search or search for specific data, you can use a guided search. So choosing guided search, actually we need to start from the beginning. I think this is a guided search of my zip code, but I'm going to go back to start. So from a guided search, it takes you step by step through the search process. To make this more interesting, I'm going to set up a scenario. I am a reference librarian at a public library, and a patron came in interested in starting his own business. He produces a sauce that goes with chicken wings. He's Hispanic, and he developed it actually from his grandmother, and he would like to market it to other Hispanics within New York State. So he is working on producing and bottling the sauce. He's interested now in finding a market for it. So he would like to look within New York State areas that have Hispanic populations of larger than 8,000. Because if he knows those areas, he can market it to local markets, local supermarkets, to try to sell his product to the Hispanics within those neighborhoods or cities. So with that information, we're going to go through a guided search. Step one, you have to choose people, housing, businesses, data set, table numbers. He's looking for specific people, so that's choice, first choice. Now we're going to click next. The second is topics. So for topics, he's actually looking at race and ethnicity. If we look under that, we would choose Hispanic or Latino. And notice when I choose that, it puts it in a selection box. So this is one of my criterion for the search. Now we go to next. The third is geographies. He's looking for county level data within New York State. Actually, I think it's better to start down here. So we're going to go county level. and select a state. We're going to use New York. He's interested in marketing his product in New York. And you can either choose a county or he can do all counties within New York. So we'll do that. We'll add it to our selection. And notice it comes over to our selection list. Now we have Hispanic or Latino, all counties within New York. Next. Race or ethnic groups, we already chose that, so we're going to skip this step. And now these are the search results. These are the tables. There are 1,073 tables that mention Hispanic or Latino and counties within New York. So they are ranked. So I think if we look at the top few, it might be what we're hunting for. So these are from the American Community Survey, 1-year estimates, 3-year estimates, and 5-year estimates. So I would ask the patron, do you want data that is most accurate right now, or do you want estimates of Hispanic populations 3 or 5 years down the road? He chose 3-year estimates, so we will choose that table. Okay, here is the table. You will notice the county names: Albany, Bronx, Cayuga, Chautauqua, different counties of New York, and somewhere in this table it mentioned Hispanic populations. It's not at the top, and there are 81 rows in this table, so we have to go down and look. Hispanic population. Here, Hispanic or Latino. So the total population of Albany County is 304,000. The Hispanic population of Albany County is 15,000. He set a criterion of 8,000 or more per county, so Albany County is a possible market for his product. If we go to the next county, Bronx, that's very large. That's definitely a market for his product with 741 Hispanic or Latino citizens. Cayuga County is too small. It only has 1,942. So for that column, for that county, we would like to remove that from the list. So we can actually modify these lists. By unchecking these boxes, it will remove that column. Well, unfortunately, you can't remove a county with one click. You have to remove each column of that county. Chautauqua County, if we look at Hispanic, that is 8,265. That would fit into his category. The next one, Chemung, would be too small. So again, we would remove. And I think you get the idea. You can also modify the column placements within a table. So you can see in Albany County, it has the estimate of population, 15,000. Then it has the percent margin of error and percent margin of error. Actually, I already changed that one. Let's look at this one. Estimate and percent, I would like to put them next to each other. So what I can do is click on the left side of percent, and it will put the estimate and percent next to each other. So within this county, 53% of the county is Hispanic or Latino. It also has a breakdown by Mexican, Puerto Rican, and Cuban, which might help with his marketing. So that's how we can use the guided search to help a patron search for census information. From here, you can also print this table. You can download it as a PDF file. After you modify everything, you can get it to exactly what you want. And the patron can work with you, or you can work with the patron, and you can print the data he needs, and he can walk away with it in his hand, or you can email it to him. So that is how we can use American Factfinder. There is also advanced search, but that is somewhat still difficult to use unless you know exactly what you're hunting for. So I would advise sticking to the guided search when you first use American Factfinder. So that is my presentation on the American Factfinder 2 website used to search census data and American Community Surveys data. I hope you learned something, and I hope you use this site. It is very powerful, and it can be a great resource for a public library. Thank you.